We saw two lionesses. They were on the hunt. We had some bush bucks there, and they were on the hunt, and they were waiting. It took a couple of hours, and she waited and waited and waited, and you'd see ears coming up and head coming up and eyes, but she never could get them. They missed the bucks. And finally I saw her walking off away someplace else. Then, even after those two main groups, that main group of elephants and that main group of buffalo, after they left, we still we continued to see 2 or 3 of each species coming back, looking around, and doing whatever. They like that salt in that ground. They're all eating it. We also saw mongooses. They call them marsh mongooses. And there was one that's called a black-tipped one with a black tail, and then a white-tailed mongoose. We saw some genet cats. They're yellow with black dots on them. We saw antelopes, Sunni, bushbuck, and bush baby. Before we came to the Salt Lick, we saw baboons and colobus monkeys. Those are the ones with the black and white and the long fur. Oh, it was such a splendid evening. And we were lucky to see so many animals and to hear the grunts and the coughs and the whistles and Also, we saw a wide variety of birds. And then in the morning, it started getting lighter and redder and redder and redder, and then all at once it was light, and we saw Mount Kenya. And Mount Kenya is 17,000 feet up. And only on the top there was just a wisp of a cloud. Just a teensy thing. And we could see the snow up there. And it was so nice and quiet. And it had gotten warm, over through the evening. And there was no wind. Oh, it was just beautiful. And then we stayed there and we had breakfast. And we stayed for a few hours. And then we had to pack up and leave. And I lost my hat there. I had it with me, and I don't have it now, so it must have dropped while I was walking down the catwalk to the car. Well, every place we go, it seems to me like all of Africa serves carrots, green beans, rice, and potatoes. And I am so lucky that I love them all, because I would be in a pickle if I didn't. Well, we're going to go to Lake Nakuru and National Park. Now, when we left Nairobi, we went north up to Limuru, and we went north past Thika. There's a book out that's called The Flame Trees of Thika. It's supposed to be really great. Then we went to Nyeri. Straight up north, we're going to Nyeri, and then we turned left and got to the Aberdare Range and the Ark. And now we went up north again and left to Thompson's Falls. We stopped there and looked at the falls and took a couple of pictures. We had been there 14 years ago, and at that time it was just a trickle. Perhaps it was in the drought season. But this time it was a real nice drop, and it looked really great. And then we turn from there, and we go south to Nakuru. It's Lake Nakuru and National Park. And here we are, in here. And they have a lodge. This is in the Rift Valley. Now, we got here yesterday, and we had 2 lectures. One was on the geology of Kenya. I kept falling asleep because we hadn't had any sleep the night before from the Ark. We only had 4 hours sleep. And then we broke for coffee, and that coffee is so strong, and I think that that helped me a little bit, because I kept awake for the next one, which was given by the dean of Egerton University. This lecture was all about Kenya, how all the tribes finally got together in 1982, and they are desperately trying to be a democratic, for the people nation there.